live stream, and it is the NEC Showdown Season 2, and you guys are watching live from the Delilah PUBG, and you guys have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and the first match will be starting soon from our Erangel match, and it would be the matches of the Group C, and matches of the Group C has been started for now, and it is going to rock on this stage. How the teams will play and how these teams would have a greater opportunity to play into their a great match, and this would be a great moment for them. Maybe it is going to be a heating up scenario for all of this team, and how they would approach in this particular match is the greater questions as well. And the plane path has been taken off from the Georgia pool down towards the military base, and it will be a greater matching scenario, and a great match would be ahead of our side. And the players from the slot number 5, ALPI has already started to glide out for their they have started to glide out for their plane path, and it would be going towards the Water City area, and maybe they would be approaching for the Rozak as well. And okay, teams are providing the over and over here, and also need to have some good moves, and maybe this is the time where they need to prove on. And the big teams name like 141 like us, the KKR, they need to prove on these stays so that they could have a greater fighting opportunity and a greater expectations from the audience as well. As we can see that the zone has also been formed already, and the zone is taking the midway for the Zorzopol and the Gatka area right there. And maybe we will be excited to see what is going to happen right here, and this excitement would lead us to the greater fight scenario. Maybe some fights can be executed in the initial stage of the match, and maybe the team from the slot number 5, they are not gonna have any kind of fight for now, but there we go. Another team, it is going to the team of the team number 21, and it would be a DV. They are also going forward for their a great drop away, and they have a good opportunity to grab out from here, but for now they are heading to has their drop spot so that they can have a good loot as well and a great fight as well. They are moving from those vehicles, and that would pressurize that another team as well. And there's a player from this lot number 7 who is trying to make those things possible and simple and easy and quick enough in order to make their possible loot collection in their favor. And the player from the Zenith, they are taking the fight against their opponent. Maybe some sorts of the eliminations can be shown here right now, and the Zenith breathe is right here, and he is trying to take those shots, and there we go. A shot has been already taken from this player. Birdie is right there, and he is taking those players down, and there will be a greater opportunity to convert this fight into their favor. Maybe Zenith, they are taking initial classes, and this initial class will claim their position into that secure area of the semi-finals. And there we go. There is already the 2 eliminations from the programmer as well. He secured that elimination from the Kenju and Birdie, but for now it would be a greater opportunity to grab this, as the 2 players are already down. They have the number advantage, and they can grab their way out. And the player from the slot number 12, they are still going forward, but no, now the both of the teams would have a great opportunity, but no, with that pixel SP, he was managed to clutch that player. But unfortunately, the player Birdie who took that 2 elimination has to get eliminated from right here, and the 3-man has to continue this fight, and the 3-man continuing this fight would have a bit of a kind of disadvantageous scenario can be created from here right now, and maybe teams would be appreciated as well, as they would be motivated from the 4 eliminations in this beginning stage. But 16 teams is still remaining, and the 62 players, they would have a greater match right here. And maybe the slot number 6, there we go, the YuGo here is right in front of you all guys, and relatively this player can also make some changes in the lobby. And this team and these players, as they are maintaining their legacy and their great fighting combinations. Maybe they could also have a great fight, and like to say that at least a team would be favorable and they would be going for a greater fight if they are willing to manage those sorts of the fights in the beginning stage. They will be confident the potentially they can grab the potential as well as the confidence they can have in the beginning stage. That would obviously appreciate them to fight in a beginning stage as well as in the last stage of the circle. And here we go, the players from the KKR. For now they're trying to grab out some eliminations, but they are not having any kind of vision against their opponent, and they are also trying to make up a good fight enough. But there we go, they are trying to plan up a vehicle and they need to go to the zone as well. And if they would be going for the zone, maybe they can have a greater opportunity to grab those eliminations from their side. And okay, they are also trying to make the fight against the CK. Okay, no, not for now. But here we go. The players from this lot number 23, it is going to the Gantavbi, and it means a destination in the English language, particularly translating it into the English. Yes, it is the destination, and what would be their destination would be also a majority of the question rising from here. And they had a great fight in the beginning stages, in the group stages of the match, and they are already into these quarterfinals, and they also need to make the fight against the semi-finals. Then how would it be going for the semi-finals, as well as how they would be going for the finals as well, would be a greater question as well. Right there, only 3 players are playing for their slot in this lobby, but how they would be able to manage these fights and create a greater potentiality and a greater initial phase of those fights and all, and how would they be interested to make these fights. Maybe they had a elimination against the 1-for-1, and 1-for-1 is the team which had been playing the PMSLCSA, and they were the 6th position, and they have a great opportunity to grab out this stage. But okay, there is going to be the 3 players in a single vehicle, but for now they have already got that Mirado, and with that Mirado maybe players will be distributing among them, and while distributing from there they would be having a great zone rotation for now. And this team already got that a legacy and the trademark that would have to be in a particular team to lead their stages. But for now it would be a greater opportunity if they can make up into these fights. But for now, no any kinds of the fighting scenario has been seen from these players. Hacker Jubiana and the Cyrus has been taking a great fighting opportunity, but they are also going forward for the zone, and for now zone would be a majority of the question to go, and it is the slot number 23. The players from this team G and B, the Gantavia, has been also seems to be pretty interesting and pretty a bit stronger in this stage, and they are trying their level best to make their stage into the quarterfinals. And this quarterfinals, only the top 5 teams will be qualified, and top 5 teams, how would they be approaching for this team and how would they can make it into a greater fight is also a major question. Slot number 23, they are also trying for a great fighting opportunity, but they have already 1 eliminations, being all 3 players in the lobby. But excited to see what can happen here. And this slot number 23, they are trying to make their presence in this lobby, and they can have a greater impact as well. And the timing is the most important. Yeah, timing is the most important, and the valuable asset as well as the liability for these teams. Yeah, obviously we're gonna take a look about the zone, and zone is going forward for the ALP. They are in the center of that zone, but how would they be able to make those fights would also be the question. But there we go, the player from the G and B, 1-for-1, they're trying to take the shot against that player, and for now it would be a greater opportunity for the 1-for-1 who are taking the players down from this team. And Gantavia, they are trying to set their destination in the long part of that area, and 1 elimination already collected from that player who is Jivian, and Jivian taking that elimination. Now they would be interested to take other revenge as well, but the players are extremely taking their way out in order to make those fights possible enough. And ALP, the player from the ALP, has also been taken down, and now they would also have a greater responsibility to veer up from this area. And there we go, the player from the ALP, they are trying to go ahead with the slot number. Okay, which slot is that? I am not confused, and I am a bit pretty sure that there would be a greater fight instances. Yes, there we go, a grenade that is not going to help them, but no, from that end another player comes right there in their stage, and a greater cover fire. With that, one elimination already secured, and two elimination in fact they have already count. And okay, this is gonna be something pretty interesting right here, but the teams are relatively having that gunfight against them, and they knows that there are the two players in this compound, and they have already secured that. But no, one player has been taken down, but with these step bro, he came up into this fight straight away and take those two elimination and make all a good fighting instances as well. And for now, slot number 18, it is going to the 1-for-1. They are also trying to make some fight against these players, but no, there is a Serious who took that elimination, but he is dreaded in that instance. And the player from the Jivan, they are taking that players down. Gone their way. They are already out of the lobby, and the lobby is already converted into 14 teams. 13 teams with that lobby. And how would they be approaching for a greater fight now? There will be a timing of the 1 minute and 50 seconds, and they would have to go for a greater zone instances. And how would they be managing, and how would they be able to make those fights possible would also be the question right here. And how can they be able to make those fights? Okay, for now, Jivian, they are trying to go ahead, but there we go. The ALPI is right there. Cloudha is trying to take that shot against that player, but with that moving vehicle, no any connections have been made till now. But the connection was trying to be managed among this player, but no, there is the efficiency test of this team and this player according to the gunplay wise. But there was the player from the another team as well. 1-for-1, they're trying to showcase their stage a bit far away from that stage. And there we go, Jivian, he's trying to stop their vehicle, and he's trying to make some eliminations right there, but no any kind of the connections has been built up right from this area. But here we go, the ALPI, he is also trying to get away from this area. The vehicle and the vehicle, they are colliding off against each other, so that it is being so difficult to manage those fights. There we go, another player from this lot number 21. He is trying to take that player down, but okay, for now they are already into a great cover fire, and they would be going for a greater fight as well. Yeah, there we go, the player from this lot number 5. They would have been interested to make some eliminations count, but for now it would be the Zivian who would be reviving his teammate. And for now, MTR Panic has been taken down as well, and 6 eliminations already collected from this team. And 6 eliminations is not just a simple number. They have already managed into this fight against this team's MTR. And there we go, another team, another fight against this player, and the zone is already sunk into the Rozok area right there in the ruins as well. But the player from the ALPI, they are trying to take some eliminations. A player from his side has a greater opportunity to take that fight against that, but no, slot number 8, they are trying to make this fight possible, but the grenade that going from the ALPI Bego is right there, and maybe a kind of a good eliminations can be collected from this stage. But no, there we go, another player has been taken down for now, and the 1-by-1 the player would have to suffer from here. And there we go, the player from the slot number 5 and the 8, but no, slot number 8, FirErip was there, and FirErip was there, and a greater combination of that fight has been sorted from this player. But here we go, the player FirErip Makta has taken that another player down. Now the players are being more interesting right there, but the ALPI Step Pro, he has taken that player down as well. now it is going to make some kind of a great fighting scenario. Only the last player remaining, but they know about that player. They already know and how the idea is going on into that player. Maybe this strategy would have a greater help for them. But one player remaining, Step Bro. How would he step down or step ahead for that team and take those fights? But okay, here is the ALPI team. From this side, he is trying to make some fights against these players, but no any kind of fights has been showcased for now. But okay, it would be totally understandable and totally understandable to make those fights. But there we go, another teams are also fighting into that instances and taking those players down. But how can they be able to survive in this stage would be a greater questions as well. And there is the team from this lot number 7. Iris is that player and who wants to take that fight instead of that elimination count. Their ability to rotate in the circle is also being an incredible job from this team and a greater instances. Probably there is another player as well. He is trying to make some vision against that player at this stage, but no any fighting scenario has been converted for now. And there we go, another team, another player. They are trying to make some kind of a good move right here. And there we go, slot number 21. It is going to the DV Ahmed, and Ahmed is trying to make some his presence in this lobby, and they're just trying, don't have that weaponry to deal with those rotations. And here we go, the players are instantly being a greater and a massive impactful game. And there we go, a player from the CK as well. They are trying to manage some fights. Here we go, the CK, they are trying some visions against the enemy, and maybe they can have that vision as well. And there we go, a greater fighting instances can also be shown from right this stage. This is the first match, and this stage is probably heating up this energy, and all of these players are being taken down. For now, the Cyrus has been taken down, and the KKR, the player from the Devil, has been taken down as well. Naruto X gonna be taken down for now, and Naruto X, they are trying to manage those fights. But for now, it is this lot number 24 from the CK. They are trying to rush against that player. It is going to the hacker from the 141 esports, and 141 esports, he's trying that shot, but no, he was having those grenade connections, but no any connections has been built up for him. Yeah, I was talking about this player, and I was talking about this team as well. The KKR also starting up into this stage, and there we go, another player has been taken down. And for now, eliminations has been faced up by this team, and CK, they are also trying to get passive, but they are not that serious enough to make those eliminations. Already 5 eliminations, and it would be a greater and a comfortable and easy fight for them, but they have to go for the zone as well. But here we go, the players from the KKR, Leaf of BS is right there, and already they are trying to get into that zone, but from the back end he is considering some shots as well. As I was noticing for that slot number 16, he is trying to make those eliminations count as soon as he could, but for now he is trying to make those eliminations as well as those point count from this stage. KKR Leafox VS is right there, and ARG Sky is in front of them. Maybe they can go for the another eliminations as well. Leafo VS is right there, and he is trying to make some vision against their enemy, but for now they are not able to make those any kind of the vision right now. But there we go, the player from the CK, they are stepping ahead for that area, and there we go, the player are being spotted for now, and CK, they would be interested, they would be able to fight against this team, and this team will be more interested. And there we go, the cluster is being surrounded, the cluster is being for now, and this cluster would have a greater impact in this fight as well. And the zone is also being closed down, and how the zone will also take this fight into the consideration will also be a majority of the question. But no, the player from that area has also been taken down, and there we go, the player from the KKR, for now he is being taken down, and the player from the CK as well, they are also trying to make those elimination count, but no, the players are being instantly taken down. and the majority of the players are right here, and the TC are also in that stage. Okay, I was surprised to see these players, but okay, they will have to manage these fights against them. But okay, here we go. The players from the CK as well, they need to revive their players, and they have to make a good revival from here, and they can have a great fight against them. They should have to fight back in these stances. There we go. Another player from the team has also been taking the fights, and it is being interesting, and it is being a far better, more fights from these teams. Okay, this is a kind of a predictable scenario that is being created from this team, and -07 is right there. He's trying to get into that area of the vehicle, and there we go. With that vehicle, they are into that water area, and water area has been grabbed out from this player, and Nec0 and another player from the TC Aram, he is trying to take that player. And okay, here was the player from the CK. He is also trying to take the shot against this lot number 6. Lot number 6, they are also being stressed out right now. And how would they be defending their area? They have a pretty good area of this zone as well, and they have to manage some kind of the fights right here. Yeah, obviously that would be a great questions for them as well. But the players from the KK are as well, they are into the water area. Maybe they have that opportunity to do those eliminations from this area as well. But how would they be defending, and how would they be offensive on this stage? The player from the CK, they are trying to take some instances and some fights from this stage. But how would the zone also be favoring the teams is also a majority of the question that can be arised from this stage. And there we go, the zone has been taken, and the KK are in the favor of the zone, but they are not in the land area. They are in the water area, and water approach would have been a greater fighting scenario, and it would be a stone there, a rock is there had as a cover, and they have to manage a fight. And there we go, the player are taking the shot against that player, and rock number 7, they are being aggressive, they are being upgraded with hard scenario. CK, the players from CKs, they are being a bit kind of a hard scenario for them as well, and they are taking the shots, and they are not trying to lead the enemy good far away from that area, and they are always being that elimination. They are always taking those eliminations as soon as they can. And for now, it is the slot number 24, and 3 eliminations already grabbed out from this stage. And while the teams are being into this stage, they are also trying to spot the players right into that water area, and they have to go for the zone as well. As soon as the zone approaches, he have to go into the zone as well, and he have to go for the direction he has been apparent, and he has been congested for his team. But there we go, another player from the CK has been taken down as well. Now the 2 players are only remaining from this stage, and the players are back to back hitting off this stage for their area. But the team from the KKR Warrior is right there, and the push can be managed from this stage. KZ, they are trying to take those shots, but no, there we go, the Warrior is trying to take those eliminations from this stage. But okay, right there, another player has been taken down. Now it is heating up right here. Now KZ players has to make those fights possible from here, and only the players remaining are 15, and the 6 teams are only remaining, and a grenade can have a greater connection and a greater opportunity for them as well. But he had to manage some sorts of okay fight, but there we go, the Baka who took that elimination, and it is the bodyguard who is trying to defend his team, and he had to manage the player from this stage. He is the only last hope for his team, and he can manage this area, and he have to manage this area, and he is only the player who have that potential responsibility, and he can bear up that, who cannot afford those fights. And okay, there we go, a player from the KKR Warrior, he is trying to make those grenade connection, but till now no any connections of the grenade has been made up. But okay, the retaliation of the grenade had also been making out from the grenade as well. There we go, a player from the KKR, he is trying to make those eliminations. For now, he have also go to the zone for now, but no, the player from the Yugi has also been taken down. It is being interested to see that, but the player from the CK, they are taking those eliminations from this team, and it is this lot number 24. He is trying to make those connections. He have to go in the land area, river side, and he can manage up that fight. And there we go, another player taken down from this stage, and the player from the KG has also been taken into the consideration from these players. But no, CK, they are trying to rock in this stage, and there are the only two teams remaining. And there we go, they have to manage this fight somehow possibly. But here we go, the team, they are trying to make up this YuGo, Kuma, and the CK. They are already trying in this stage, and a best team from this lobby is being potential to grab this fight out from this area. And the YuGo is right there. Maybe he's trying to crawl down to that area to make those zone possible. But there we go, the player from the CK, they have also a responsibility to go forward for that area. But if you see the eliminations of the CK, already 15 eliminations. 15 eliminations are a massive and a drastic change for this team. Already 15 eliminations, that means a 15 points from the elimination point only. Now they have already made into that second position, that means 6 points. There is already almost around 21 points. Now they can have that eliminations as well, but for now it is going to be that elimination, and it would be a winner chicken dinner for the team CK. And they have made a pointer of almost around of 26-27, I guess. Yes, it is. And this point would greater instances for this team, and the greater elimination, greater everything was a superb and well managed from this team. And CK, they had a great fight, and they had a great opportunity to take that fight into the consideration, and they have already sent back their opponent in their direction from where they have came into the context. And there we go, slot number 15. Okay, there was the result summary as well, and we will be back with the short break as well, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and we will be right back after the short break with the match number 2 of the Miramar. We will be back soon, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We will be just right back. Stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, welcome back again. It is the Delilah PUBG Mobile YouTube channel official, and you are guys watching is Nec and EC Showdown Season 2, and it is the quarterfinals and is the game of the Group C going on right now, and it is being heated off from this lot number 5. They're trying to make some kind of a fight, so right here in this stage, but his vehicle has been turned around, but how would we be able to possible that? Okay, he is being showing that possible vehicle, but his teammate has already arrived there in order to make that vehicle all good, but no, the chances are not being that possible for now, and he is trying to make that vehicle all right, but no, it is all around and turn around vehicle, but US is trying to hit that vehicle, but okay, it is being adjusted or consistent. Okay, I'm just being confused, and okay, maybe there is a player from this stage. He's also trying to make some energy and some kind of the synergy right here, but the player from the 1-for-1, he is also trying to show some kind of the fight right there. But here we go, some connections was trying to build up from the right there position, but Jivian is right this in this right stage, and he is also trying to make some eliminations, but no, Jivian, he need to make some vision around that player, but till now no any kind of the visions has been arrived, and Jivian is right there who is trying to connect some shots. But there we go, CK, they are still rocking into this stage. The game from this stage are being fabulous and incredible from this team, and teams are providing a great fight and a great comeback right in this stage, and they are not trying to let any of the teams to get in front of them and rather or greater point. Instead of that, they are still trying to make some kind of a good rotations. Maybe they have a greater opportunity to make in this stage and make their slot into the semi-finals, and the team of the top 5 will only go for the semi-finals, and semi-finals team would be having a greater opportunity to take their fight into their consideration, and how they would be able to make those fights into their side would also be a majority of the question. Okay, there we go. The player from the 1-for-1, they are still trying to make these connections from this fight, and here we go, the player from this stage are also being interested to make this fight, and here is the overall ranking, how the teams are being performed and how they are trying to make this fight possible. There we go, another team. There is the player from the 1-for-1, Jiv, and is trying to take that short connection, but till now he is not trying to make those evil connections. And there we go, the player from the KKR, they are also trying to make those elimination count, but he is still in that race to make that elimination into their favor. KKR, the player who made the top 2 in the final stage, and he is still trying that elimination can be secured from this stage right here. Okay, they are trying to make some kind of the early breakthrough, but this breakthrough would obviously help them. But there is the player from the 1-for-1, Jivian, is still trying to make those eliminations, but there is the player from the bad, and he is also trying to make that elimination. And how would it be possible to make those eliminations count? Okay, for now it would be a greater instance for this player, and how would they be able to make those elimination count? Okay, here is the collision arriving, and how the collision would also be increasing the intensity, and that intensity how that would be resulting in the teams to make that elimination into their condition. Okay, here is the player from the KKR who are trying to approach in the center of the circle, and it is the circle of the El Pojo, and players would be interested to get into that circle. The players from the ARS, they are still outside the zone, they're far behind that part of the area, and they need to get into that area as well as soon as possible. They need to make into this area. You are going to have a really tough time right here if you are not going into that area as soon as possible, and the 2 minutes of time is right there to take into the fights. But now it is the KKR who are in the center of the circle, but there we go, the player from the hacker who took that elimination as well, and here is the player from the 141 who took that eliminations, as well as they are having a great time right here. We're gonna say that, and it is being appreciated to make those eliminations. 141 esports, they are not into the consideration as well for now. Zenith esports, they are also trying to make some eliminations count right here, but ARZ, they are trying to get connections against those players, but how would they be able to make that elimination count in their favor? Here we go, Zenith SZ is taking that elimination count, but really talking about that, there we go, the players are not trying hardly, but another player from that area who was taking that elimination count. You know, we're seeing the player from the 141 esports as well. There is the Jivian who is taking that shot against that player, and he is also being able to make those eliminations. And here we go, the Jivian who was having that vehicle, he's straighting away towards the circle, and as soon as the circle arises, you have to get into the zone, otherwise you cannot claim your position into that hashtag 5, so that you cannot qualify into the semi-finals, and we're in the stage of the quarterfinals. But if you want to see the semi-finals, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make it to the 2000 subscribers, so that you guys can have a greater opportunity to watch out the semi-finals as soon as possible. You guys can, yeah, obviously. But there we go, the player from the Jivian. Okay, he is also trying to make those eliminations, but there we go, he is trying to initiate forward, and he is also trying to make some elimination from this stage. But many of the teams who are taking down into this area, they are also trying to make some eliminations. There we go, Jivian is still trying to spot out that player, but here is the player from the MTR. They will see in a greater instances of the fighting area, and they were always into that area in order to make some eliminations as well. But for now, it is the ALPI ESPORTS who is trying to make that rotation possible. And if you go for the rotation of these players, maybe some kind of the circle opportunity can be grabbed out from this area. But there we go, the player from the MTR, they are still in that particular compound area, and they can make up a good fight right here. And players from these stages, ALPI, they are also trying to make some proper vision. They are trying to surround those players from the all kind of the scenario. They are being trapped out from the all around. Clouda is also in the another side. There is a step bro in the another side, and how they would be possible to make those fights is the majority of the question that may arise in this stage. And this is being a lot more impactful and a lot more impressive gameplay from these teams. And ALP, they are considering some shots from the player of the MTR, but they are still trying to dodge those shots and make into the consideration. But no, there is gonna be another player, Clouda, taking that player, and he's okay, he's that in the play situation, gonna make that player possible enough. And here we go, here we're gonna be this seeing that lane view, and there we go, a player has been taken down, and opportunity has been grabbed out from this player. ALP was the player, and he took that elimination from this stage, and he's off angle, and this off guard will be a greater opportunity to grab them out. Yeah, I was talking about this player, and this player would be a greater opportunity as well. A great instances of the fight is being converted from this stage, and already eliminations has been collected for his side. But the player from the MTR, they are still trying to not to get those elimination for the opponent, and they are still in the stage and the verse to lose the players. But how would they be compensating their points? And there we go, the player from the ALP, he is trying to go inside that area and straightly going for that push. But how would he be managing that push? Okay, there we go, he is already locating that player down, and there we go, maybe some sorts of the connections can be built up, but no, he is not, still trying to make that connection for now. And how would it be going forward? And it is being a more impactful game. But there we go, the player from that area, he is trying to hit that shot, but his teammate is also being impactful journey. And here is the player with that pixel SP, and he need to make that fight possible. But here we go, 3 players are only remaining for this stage, and he have no any kind of the short range gun. It is considered as the long range or the midway range of the gun, as like of the Scarrel, and there is the player from the KKR who is trying to make that elimination count possible, and multiple kind of the scenario are being created and generated as well. There is the player from the KKR who is also trying to engage in this fight, and the player from the KKR, he is engaging in this fight from that another area, and KKR for now it is being game against the 3CY, and 3CY, they are trying to grab this area, but in the multiple stages of the game they are not able to manage those fights. But here we go, the player from this area, MTR, he's also trying to make some connections against that player. But okay, there is the player going forward from that vehicle, but he connects that in, but no any connection. Okay, but that vehicle blast would have great opportunity to make that player down. Now the 2v2 scenario is converting from this area, and this area would be gathering up, and a cluster area is also being created. But no, what I got, there is gonna be the elimination for him as well. Already 6 eliminations have been grabbed out, but he needs to go up and he needs to grab some eliminations for that moment. But for now he is trying to make those eliminations. For now it is being the MTR versus the LP, but no, now the MTR Panic is the only last player surviving for his team, and he wants to go away. But no, there is the player from this lot number 5, ALPI, and he is not letting that player to take that player down, and it is the way out for the MTR and ALPI. They are trying to make out this fight, and the maybe revival possibility has also been created and generated from this player, and almost around he has been exposed and isolated from there. But no any kind of the scenario was being created from this stage, and they were sent back to the lobby as well, and they have no idea opportunity and the alternatives to make any kind of the fighting scenario right there. But the KKR already being eliminated, I guess. Yes, it is. The players from the KKR, they are sadly out of the lobby, but they need to make some kind of a comeback from the another game as well. We have only the 9 teams remaining for now. How these 9 teams would have a great combinations of the fight would be also a greater questions for the teams, and how would they be approaching for the zone, and how would they be having a greater opportunity to grab this fight away from those opportunity. And for now it would be able to make those fighting scenario connections into their consideration by making a great fight. And here is the team number 15. It is the ARAGVELI who are trying to make some elimination count, and El Pojo is right there for the Zen zone context. And while talking about the context of the zone, it would be a majority of the questions from the teams that how would they be able to manage this fight. And there is the players who are being clustered, and in the center of the zone there is the player from the Negative Esports as well. Negative Esports, they are trying to make some kind of the elimination from this side, but here we go, they are also trying some vehicle moves, and ARAGVELI is trying to get that side connection, and he is being traced out, and some kind of the connection is building up against his vehicle. And how would he be able to manage that shot? And the player from the KZ are also being in this area, and how would it be suggesting and a good fighting scenario would be managed from this area. Is also gonna be having some take a look around this area. It is the KZ. Ovula is the player, and he is also trying to make some eliminations. 3 eliminations already secured from this stage, and there are only the 2 players remaining. And how would it be going forward for the elimination count, and how would it be suggesting the players to make their look and a greater fighting instances? Here is the player from the KZ who is trying to manage some kind of the fighting scenario, but till now there is no any kind of the eliminations grabbed out, and no any shots has been connected for now. But the players are still trying their level best to make some kind of the eliminations, and they want to make the kind of elimination from the all kind of the expect from here, and they are still trying to make those eliminations possible for now. And it is being showcased from the teams how they're gonna be having a favorable circle, how they can approach to this area would also be a question right here, and the teams are being shown here. And how would it be a greater opportunity to make those area into their consideration? Here is the 1-for-1 player who is also trying to get some kind of the eliminations, but here we go, the player from the 1-for-1, they are also in the context to make this zone in their favor. And last player, I guess there is, okay, no, in fact there are the two players remaining from the 1-for-1 esports and 1-for-1 officials. They are trying to make those eliminations, but there we go, another player from the slot number 15, they are stepping away and they are trying to grab those eliminations against this team. And the player from the LG, they are taking the player from the CK right now, and the zone is being congested, and the teams have also get into the zone in order to make some eliminations count as well. And slot number 5, he is being also trapped out and traced out from this stage. And the slot number 18, they are still trying to make some eliminations, but they are not able to make those eliminations count possible. But from this stage, teams would have a greater opportunity to make their fight into their context, and the team from this area has also the opportunity to make that. And the Jivian instantly taking that player down, and Hacker is also in that favor to confirm their elimination. Bego is right here. Bego, he is trying to make some eliminations, and slot number 5, already 3 eliminations for the Bego, and he can go for the furthermore eliminations as well. Maybe a Chikunari can also be a greater option for them as well, but how would they be approaching for this would also be a majority of the question that may arise in this stage of the game. Okay, and how would it be going forward to the teams? And they would be having a weaponry fighting scenario, and the teams are starting to build up their fights, and some of that would be a caliber of that potential teams. And ALPI are trying to take those eliminations, and forward going for that elimination count. There is the team from the slot number 12, he is also trying to make those eliminations and not trying to give any kind of favor on the favor of another team. And here is the slot number 5, LP is trying for some eliminations, and there we go, another team, slot number 12 in their vision. But here is the players from this slot number 18 is 1-for-1 officials, and this team already 10 eliminations from the 2 players only. You guys can see that in that map feed as well, and the slot list as well. There was the player list of 4 players, and among them Hacker and Jivian already had that 10 eliminations, and how potential they are, and how energetic and the strong team are they is being showcased from this area. And they have a greater combinations of the communications as well as between these 2 players, and a greater instances of the fighting spirit as well are being showcased from their area. Okay, for now it is being a greater fighting instances for this team, and how would he be able to make those eliminations count possible? And the player from the LP is trying to make some elimination, but the player from the CK, the player who had that elimination and that count of that zone, was also being interesting, and multiple angle has also been pressed out from these players. But there we go, another player from the 1-for-1 has taken another player down, and it is being hitting off. But there we go, this player from the 1-for-1 are also trying to grab some eliminations, and Jivian is right here. Jivian is trying to take that shot, but no, there we go, the shot has not yet been connected in their favor. But the player from the ALPI is taken down. The last player who have to make that elimination count possible is the Step Bro. And Step Bro, he is trying that bro with the own mother. And okay, for now he is being interested, and he is already reviving that player, and he is successfully revived. And for now it is the teams on the 8, but the circle you can see, it is the kind of the circle that is being favored for all of these teams, and it would be closing into the circle, and the stage 7 circle is going on. You guys are probably seeing the rare opportunity and the rare okay, kind of the what am I gonna say that I'm being totally confused from this stage. And NGE, they're okay, they are heating up their okay fight against themselves, and that grenade connection would have a greater opportunity. But there we go, Jivian, he's trying to grab some more eliminations from this stage, but how would he be possible to make that elimination? He's trying to make up over the all kind of the scenario as well. There is the player from the CK. For now, it is being heating up and the teams would be having some kind of the panic scenario, and there is the player from the 141 esport. He is trying for that grenade, and that grenade is going to connect that player, but no, one player has been taken down. 5 eliminations already has been taken for the Jivian, and only the 12 elimination, and it is the huge majority difference for this team. And already grabbing that elimination, he is being shown a great combination and a great impactful game from this player from this team. And here is the player from the CK as well. He also need to get out from this area, but the player from the 141, they are being favored by the zone, and they can have a greater vision from this high hill area and the building, and he can make some eliminations count as well. There we go, slot number 24, he can have some eliminations as well, but they are trying to grab that vision from the almost all the positions and all of that area as well. And there is the player from the ARG, but no, there we go, the player down from that area, and it is being clustered and clustered. Maybe the teams would have a greater fight if they are gonna spot in the upon area. They would be having that eliminations, they would have to face those eliminations. And here we go, already that third elimination from the two players, and another player being taken down. 141, they are interested in this fight and they are grabbing as much as the eliminations they can. And here we go, the player from the CK, they still have that 3 players remaining. And here we go, the player from the 141, they are also trying to take some eliminations from this stage. Now it is being heated up from this area, and okay, player from the 141 Jivian, he's trying to take that grenade connection possibility, but till now no any kind of the eliminations has been connected, no any kind of the grenade has been connected. Now he is going upstairs and the downstairs, it is being continued for this long of the time, and he's trying to grab some TPP vision from that area as well. But how would he be able to make that elimination count possible from this stage is also a greater question that arises from here. But CK, he is trying to make that elimination, but no, with that pixel SP, he connected that sword and he was not able to make that eliminations count possible for now. And it is being showcased by all of the players and all of the teams with that context of the zone as well. And the player is straighting down towards that area, but no, he was not sure about that area and the vision of that player, and it is being taken down. One by one players are being taken down, and I guess it is the last player remaining. Okay, the player who was the slot number 24, it is being upstairs, and it is the final blow, and it is being a match for a 1-for-1 esports, and they had only the 2 players remaining. If you guys notice in this beginning stage, Jivian with that 10 elimination and Hacker with that 8 eliminations, almost around 28 points has been gathered up from a single particular match, and it is being a huge difference creating scenario, and it is a great match from this stage. And you're gonna make some eye and the vision over this stats and how it is going to favor and hamper the teams. And here we go. Okay, you can see your teams as a result, and there were the 17 teams who were contested in this fight as well. And for now it is being showcased from this stage. And thank you so much for watching. We will be back with another match, and another match would be the match of the Miramar, and we will be okay, in fact it will be the match of another game. And for now we will be going for the short break, and till then keep watching guys. Hello guys, welcome back again everyone, and we are watching right here in this stage is the quarterfinals, and it is the match of the Sanhok, and it is the match number 3, and it is the day 3 as well. The players from the group number C has been playing out this way, and the teams how would they be approaching right here is also a majority of the questions arising from this stage, and the players are also being taken from the Nakam area towards the Cow area. The plane path has been glided upward with that area, and maybe teams would be having a greater fighting energy, and with that they have a greater fighting instances as well, and there is gonna be a greater fighting playing style, and they can go for a great massive use impactful differences of the team. Yeah, obviously talking about these teams, slot number 6 YuGo esports, they are going for what for their plane path, and as per that they are trying to make some kind of a vision right there, but they're the player from the CK esports being taken down from the ARG taking that player down, and they would be having a great scenario, and now the CK can lose their hashtag 1 position as they had get that into a great positioning, but ARG, they are also taking the players from the ARG, but you can have a okay, you're gonna have make a look on that zone. It is being pretty interesting, and we're gonna make some hot drop eyes on it as well, and it is being taken away a favorable drop right. What a way to kick off this circle that is going hard towards the Hathin area, Tatmo Cow area, and the teams and the players are being aggressive, and they have to make some kind of the vision as well for now, and some kind of fights are also being initiated for the CK esports, and CK esports they're still trying to manage some kind of the energies, and they have to manage some kind of the looting phases as well, and for now it is going straight away towards the CK trying to make that elimination, and there we go, the CK they are having that connection from the DVS as well. Now DVS connection 1v1 has to go for them as well, but no, that Pransar was not expected from the player of the CK. Now the players, including the slot number 6, they are also trying to get that elimination, but here we go. The players from the APC, they are having a great opportunity to grab those eliminations, and it is being showcased from these teams, and for now it is a greater fighting instances from this team, and for now it is being favorable, and already 3 eliminations has been converted. There we go. Okay, yeah, slot number 10 FC blah blah is right there, and he is also trying to make some vision over that area, but there is a slot number 6. It is the YuGo esports. They were having a kind of a greater scenario of that playing style, and how would they be playing that area, and how would they be contexting that is also the majority of the questions. But here we go, slot number 141 is having a great experience from this area, and how would they be able to make some kind of division as well is also the question right here arising from this stage, and how would they be able to make that elimination 1 for 1. They already had a greater fight before this stage, and still they are trying to get away from this area and have a greater eliminations as well. Here is the player Zivian and Hacker. They were playing an impressive and pretty interesting game from the previous match. Now how would they be able to make that fight possible? Here is the player from the slot number 18. He's trying to make some kind of the vision over that vehicle, and the experience matters. How the experienced player are is being showcased right here, and the players from the slot number 6 and the slot number 10, they are being showcased in the fight, and they will go with the slot number 6 YuGo esports. Kuma had take that shot down, and the player from the team number 10 FC has been taken down, and it is being a greater and impactful gameplay from these teams. Already 6 eliminate. Already slot number 6 had the 1 eliminations in their favor, but how would it be elongated, and how would it be a greater instances for this team is also the majority of the question, and how would they be able to make that elimination count possible. Okay, there we go, they are trying to make some kind of the vision over there, but the players from that area has been skipped out already, and they are not trying to make any kind of the vision right there. And here is the player slot number 6. he is also trying to make some vision against the player on the another hill, and that would be a greater opportunity for the player from the barracks. Bad Boys team had take that player down. Venom was that player who took that elimination down there. But here is the players from the KKR. They can have the fight against the slot number 23. It can be the Gantavya, and how would they have a greater Gantavya? It is also called that the destination would be a greater thing for them. And here is the Mikey, Bakapaka, and Vodegor, and the Lifo is right there. But here we go. The player are taking that player down. Ryu gonna be taken down as well. Slot number 23. Here is the player from the Vodegor, KKR. He is representing his team. Now the player is having that elimination through that grenade. And how would this grenade connect to that player is the majority of the question. But there we go. Another player from that area taking that player down. And now it is being showcased from this area. Slot number 16. Vodegor is right there. And the KKR, they are trying to make some kind of the elimination. But one player from their side has also been taken down. Okay, the Mikey was taking that another location through that. It is being helpful that player to make that elimination count possible. Yes, there is gonna be the player. Another shot, but no. There is the player from this lot number 23. He is being taken down as well. And the Gantavya, they are not into their race. They are already been a greater impactful matches from right here. But they need to look over some kind of the greater stages of the game. But here we go, the YuGo esports, they're also trying to adhere for that area. And maybe slot number 18, maybe Cyrus with that 1-for-1 players can also take into the context of this fight. And there we go, the player from the 1-for-1, they are also being spotted from the KKR. They have also a great opportunity to take that player down and make them from that hashtag 2 position to down. And how would they be initiating this area is also the majority of the question. And there we go, the player is still trying to make some look over that area. But the YuGo esport, he is trying to make some area context in this area. But there is the player in the Paradise Resort, in this Paradise Resort of the game. How would they be contesting this area? But the player from the World Trucks has been taken down as well. Slot number 1-for-1, the World Trucks taken down. Now how would they be approaching in this area would be a greater question, and they are looking pretty good in this stage. But 1-for-1 esports, they have to manage some kind of the fight from this area. But okay, KKR, he is also trying to make some eliminations count from this stage. But okay, Mickey, they have a greater confidence from this stage. Already 3 eliminations has been grabbed out from that initial stage of the game. And now how it would be a greater match from this area is also the question that can be arised. But the player from the 1-for-1, they have maybe a greater and the alternative path to go on for the zone, and they're not trying to have any kind of the elimination for now. And they have been escaped from this area. They know that how we can go for it, and it is the 2K subscribers for us. And many thank you to all of these teams, all of these players, and all of you lovely audience right here who are presented in front of you all. And it is this lot number 6, YuGo esports. They're trying to make some vision over the Bad Boys esports, and Bad Boys esports are trying to get some eliminations right here. And YuGo esports also trying to make some vision over that area. YuGo esports are now being in that aggressive mode, but Bad Boy esports, they are trying to make those eliminations. But from that off angle, he was trying to catch that player, and the Bad Boys esports, they are being taken down, and it is being a greater and the big mistake for that player. And they are obviously gonna make some kind of the look over that player. And how would it be going forward to see that area? Maybe some kind of the fighting scenario can be generated from here. There is the player from that area also contesting in that fight, and there is a slot number 17. It is being contested over and over the period of time. And okay, how would it be going forward? It is being heated up, and it is being a great scenario contesting over this area. And the players are being super excited. The players are being super nervous to get this elimination for now. And the player are taking down the player YuGo esports. They are saying to be a greater instances of the fight, but the players from this 3CY, they are also trying to make some elimination. Karat was that player who took that eliminations, but how would he be able to collect some of the more eliminations from here? Here is the player from the CKE Sports. They have been topping that table with that 39 points, but from the initial stage, he have been taken down and eliminated from this stage. But how can they be able to make those elimination count possible? And it is the players who are trying to make some elimination count as well, and it is this lot number 19, the player from the 3C. Why they are also trying to make some vision over the other players as well. How can it be possible to make that elimination count possible is also the majority of the question writing away there. But how would it be going forward for that? Okay, 3CY, they are trying to make some vision, but the players from this, okay, slot number 14, there is gonna be another fighting area context in over that. Nanika is that player who is trying to make that grenade connection. Then how would it be the grenade connection? Grenade is going forward, but no, he is being trapped out from his player as well, and he is showing some momentum right there, but he is somehow, okay, that was a great instance of the fight right there, and it is somehow possible to manage the area. But there is this slow who is been taken down, and he needs to be revived from that area. How would it be going forward to make that fight possible enough? And 3CY, Nanika is right there, and she have to manage, or I'm being confused right here, but elegant is right there. Okay, just looking like a wow, so elegant, so pretty, so disgusting, or whatever we can say is that. But the Karat who has been taken down, but it is not being elegant, it is not being curiosity to make that area into their context, but they are being taken down as well. And here we're gonna be the player entry from the KG, but okay, KG players have been taken down. Elegant with that perfect shot from his UMP, it was being connected, and the Nanika is right there, and she have to make that elimination count possible. There was the player as well, and the Elegant, he or she also need to make that elimination count possible, but no, Elegant was that the last player surviving as the Nanika, but she is also been taken down, and it is the end of this 3CY esports, and he or she, they need to make that elimination count possible. There is the player from the negative, but they are trying to get some over that fight, and they need to go to the zone as well. Okay, there is the fight right there. She is trying to take that elimination count, but no any kind of the vision is being made from this area. And with this, he or she is trying to heal up, okay, herself or himself, and she is going forward for that moment. And how would it be possible to get away from this area? YuGo Gaming, they are trying their level best to make their connections and the possible spot to fix up right there, but the negative spots already one eliminations has been collected, but all of the four players are remaining for them as well. But the zone is also a majority of the concern that can be playing a villain role for these teams. But there we go, another team, another player is going forward for that area. And here is the team number 9 who is trying to get into that circle, and how can he or she can make that area possible into that context. But the players from the 141 esports is right into that context, and how can they be able to manage those fights is also being the contextual thing that can be talked about, and that can have a greater gossip almost around this area. But the players from the 141 esports, they can also have the fight against this team, but the negative Sanpati is right in this stage, and he have to make that fight connection. Yes, it is, he have made that devious connection successfully, but right there 3 players have been taken down, and 3 players need to get revived from this stage, and the grenade are being possibly down the players. But here is the players from the 141 esports, he or she is also trying to grab that position as well, and the stage of this context is also playing that villain role for these teams. And here we go, the teams are also being interested to make some kind of the fights right here. But how would it be possible to manage these things? All of the sudden eliminations can be grabbed out from that area, but there we go, another player being taken down. Okay, the players from the ARZ are still trying to grab that position right away from that area, and how can they be able to make that eliminations count? There is the player from the 141, Jivian is right there, and Jivian can make that elimination count as well, but there is the player from the 141 esports making that elimination count possible. And how it will be going forward to see that area is also a greater question as well. Maybe this game also be grabbing from the 1-for-1 esports. What would be your prediction? Please comment down below, and if your prediction gonna be making some kind of the moves right here, you're gonna have some kind of the fun right in this stage. But the teams are going forward for their zone area, and here is gonna be the zone area, and they can have a greater fighting scenario right here. But the players from this area have to defend their possible area, and they are straighting away, but the player are in front of him or her is being spotted right there. And but no, Jivian has been taken down. Jivian, he was the player, he was already a greater player for this team, but the player is being pressed out. Jivian is going to face that grenade, and in that face grenade he have to manage that fight against this player, but the partner revival opportunity has been taken down from this team. And here is the player from the KZ. They are coming from the backstab area and being taking that player down as well, and it is being heated up, and the pressure of the situation, this team already having that 34 points have to make that elimination count possible for the 1-for-1 esport. But now the 1-for-1 esport with that solo player remaining, Cyrus is the player, and the Cyrus need to make that possible connection from this stage. And he's going with that shotgun, but no, potentially that would have been a greater instance of the fight, but instantly he is being taken down, and 1-for-1 esports, they are being eliminated from this stage, and a greater combinations of the eliminations has also been seen from this team. Okay, here is being the players from the KG. They are taking already the 10 eliminations. Maybe KG, they can have a great fight this team. And KG Sports, they are already into that 21 points, and they are in the third position. You can see in your screen right now. You can have a great view of all the players standing right away in this area. And moving forward, they can also have a greater elimination counts as well. Yeah, if we talk about this team, there is the player, another team remaining, and he is being spotting that player as well. But the teams are being helpless and clueless about that player, who are being aggressed, who are being taking that elimination count as well. For now, the players are also trying to make that vision over the slot number 2, and instantly coming out of that ground, and instantly it is being taken down by the another player, and it is being eliminated. And for now, it is the player from the ARG who is also trying to move behind that area, and how it gonna be the possible area to make that fight possible enough. And players are still trying to make some kind of the fights, but how would it be going forward? And it would be a question as well. But the ARG, they are trying to make some crawling vision, but the player from the FirErip and the MCHA are seeing behind that zone area. But how would it be possible to make some kind of the fight? That would be a greater instances of the elimination count right here, but the players are taking that shot against that player, and how would it be possible to make that elimination count? And there we go, another player being taken down. KZ, they are trying to take that elimination count in their favor, and it is being heated off from this stage, and they are trying to grab all those eliminations that can be possibly taken from this stage. And already they are having a great fighting scenario. This time they are trying to get out of that area. Already 5 teams are remaining, and the players are straighting away to that area, and how they will be approaching from it. Are already into that area, but here we go, the players are still trying to make some kind of the eliminations from this stage. But here is the players already trying to make some kind of the elimination. Now slot number 7 has been shut down from this stage, and they are out of the lobby for now, and the players are being incredibly or greater. And the final stage, KZ Esports, they are trying to make some grenade and the throwables connections for this lot number 15, and it is being a great impactful. And ARZ, they have also been made that 12 eliminations for now. And how would it be possible to make some kind of a good fighting synergy and some kind of great fighting scenario can be created? It is the game between maybe ARG and the team KG, maybe they need to make some kind of the vision over that players, and 16 eliminations already been collected from the team KZ Esports. Now they are trying to divert some players into another area, and they are set back towards their direction, and their direction can be and the different approach for this area, but across that area they also need to make some kind of the angles. While checking that angles, they need to have a ideal position so that they can also make some kind of the vision. But no, they were going to be exporting in that region, and he was exposed in that open area, and he has been taken down as well. Now KZ Esports, they have a great opportunity and the equal opportunity for the both of the teams, but how it gonna be the players, how they gonna be contexting in this fight is the majority of the question that can arise from this area. And able to hold out the skills who are trying to move out from this across the area, but ARZ taking that another player down. But now it is being 12k as 12k is taking that shot against that player, and there we go, instantly it is being eliminated. And for now it is the player who are taking that player down. And okay, it is being a great fighting synergy and a great fighting synergy from these teams. Already the 19 kills second runner, and they are the almost around #1 position team. And how it is gonna be all greater fighting instances. Okay, we are very impressed with these teams and already making that elimination count possible into that area. And this is the all over fighting scenario. How was it going on? And it is the 11th positions for now, and they are improving and improving, but the last game is still remaining in this area. And how they're gonna be making some kind of the moves, and with the last match we will be back soon. Till then, keep watching guys, we will be back with the last match of the Erangel, I guess. Yes it is. And you guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and subscribe, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And you can okay, some kind of a self promotion as well, you can follow me on Instagram as well, so that you guys have great connections between me as well. And thank you so much for watching. We will be back with the match number 4 of the Erangel. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, welcome back, everyone. I want to welcome you guys very again and again, and it is being winded up, and it is the last match. And as being a last match, how the teams will be approaching the area of this area is also a greater fighting instances, and how they will be approaching into the greater fighting scenario will also be a greater question as well. And it is the match number 4 and the match of the Erangel, and match of the Erangel would be a greater match for all of the teams. And here is going to be the player from the slot number 5 who are being now gliding off for the Rozuk approach. Maybe they are going for the Rozuk, and they can have a greater fighting energy as well. The teams are being glided out from this area. For now, Rozuk is the area for which teams are going on, but how would it be an instance of the fight, and how would it be going on to this area as well? And slot number 5, ALPI, ALPI ESPORTS are right here, and they have a greater opportunity from the last match to grab the area and grab that grab that position for the final. Okay, in fact, semi-finals. And semi-finals, how would they be going for that? And the players from the Gantavya, for now, they are being taken down, as well. And see that the zone is formation in the area of the Manson as well, as like of the zone in the first game. It is being seen as well for now as well. And how would it be favoring the teams would be a question right here. And for now, it is being winding up, and how would it be going for the area? And it is the slot number 5 who are trying to take some fight against these teams, but how would it be going forward with that area? And this would be a greater fighting area, and the synergy are also being showcased right here. But here is the team from the Gantavya. They are trying to initiate for the further moment of their drop location, and how would the drop location be going forward for the matches? And it is the majority of the questions that may arise from this stage. And this lot number 14, they are also trying to get into some kind of the fights right now, but they are still unable to make some kind of the fight right there. And there is the players being taken down from that another stage as well, and they need to take some kind of the moment right here and make some kind of the surety that can be able to make their fighting scenario into their area and into their context as well. And how would they be able, for now they are going with that vehicle approach, but how the vehicle approach would be favorable of them, and would it be a worth it scenario for them as well? It would also be a majority of the questions right there. And it is being the slot number 12 right there in that area, and it is being no any eliminations for them till now. But how would it be initiating for the team? How would it be a scenario for this area? Would also be a greater instances of the fighting scenario right here. But slot number 12, they can have a fight against this slot number 9, as they can make up into this area. And slot number 9, they are trying to push up into this area for now. Okay, I'm a bit confused about these teams, but how would they be approaching into the front desk of that area can also matter the question of the predictability as well. Just trying to divert the situation for now. And how would they be able to dive at that area? He will be aware that there is no opponent in that area, but always he's aware about that. And the grenade has been already picked up, and the cooking that grenade, but how that grenade would be connected. But no, for now it would not be connecting that area, and the team is always trying to make some kind of a greater move from this instance of the fighting scenario. But thank you so much everyone, we are already into the 2K subscribers, and we are in this stage to make some kind of the greater moments of the teams. And slot number 12, they are still trying for some kind of the fights that can be generated, and they can convert into this area. But how would it be possible? How they can make it into this possible fighting scenario? But for now, teams are still trying to manage some kind of the fight right this area. And slot number 12, they are still trying for this area, but no, till now they are not able to make any kind of the fight right here. But would that be a greater connections of that vehicle, and that grenade connection did not get into that area, but how would it be a greater fighting scenario for this team would be also a greater questions as well. But okay, teams are still trying to make some kind of the vision right there, and here is the team number 12 and the slot number 9 is there. The team of the slot number 12 is seems to be a greater instances of the fight, but there we go, another player has been taken down for now. The player was in the another area, and he or she is being taken down for now, but the players are being into that rushing approach, and this approach would have been a greater instance as well. For now the player is being traced out, and if the player okay, here we're gonna be the players who are trying to take this fight against that player, but how it will be managing this kind of the scenarios in this area is also the majority of the questions right here. But how it gonna be making that fight possible? There is the player, he is being aware of that player, but he is still trying that player. But how would it be possible to take that fight into the consideration is also going to be a question as well. But the players are still trying to make some kind of a vision right there, and here is this lot number 12 who is trying to make that connections as well. And there we go, one player has been taken down, another taken down as well, and now it is being heated up right here. Already 4 eliminations has been collected. Negative esports, they are trying to manage some kind of the fight right here. 5 eliminations already. Last player from the negative 07 is right there, but no, this player is being taken down. And how would it be possible to take the players out of that lobby, and how would it be going for that player? Okay, it is being some kind of the favorable situation. And here is this lot number 12 who is trying to take that fight against these players, but as we are seeing for the votes, there is the 57% of the votes right there in the players, and Alpha ALPI, they are also trying to make some kind of the vision right there. And how would it be going forward for the teams would also be a majority of the questions, and how would they be managing some kind of the fight in this area. In this stage they have a greater fighting instances and the greater energy that can be shown up. But talking about the zone, they need to get out of that, they need to make some kind of the vision right there. And here is the players from the NGE, they are trying still to make some kind of the okay, some kind of the vision as well. For now it is slot number 13, and they are trying to escape out, and they're trying to chase those players. Okay, right there I'm being concerned about that team if they are going to chase that player and hunt them down. But no, for now they are not trying to get that eliminations as well. And for this area, players are being sprinted in, and this is gonna be some kind of a good fighting scenario, and the energy are also being taken down. And here we go, players are coming away out from the all of this area. This area is being contested by the teams as well, and how they're gonna be making some kind of the vision right here. Slot number 13, they are trying to make some kind of the vision right there, but KKR, they are also trying to make some kind of the fights right there. And while taking up the fights against the enemy, maybe they also need to take some kind of the vision right there. But here we go, the players are still concerned about that area, but the players from the 141, they are also being taken down. Now they are almost around that area to qualify for the semi-finals, but one player is taken down. You got it right there, but there we go, another player is taken down from the hacker right there. And hacker taking that a hacker shot from that stage, and it is being a greater fighting scenario for this team. And 141 esports, they are also trying to make some kind of the vision for that another player, another team making that initial stage of the fight. And how would it be possible to make some kind of the energy as well? This energy and this energy of the team and the players can make some kind of the vision as well in this team. And the 141 hacker is right there, and he's also trying to make some kind of the vision right there. and how would it be possible to make some kind of the vision, right? Yeah. Okay, for now it is 1 for 1 esports who took that players down, and a great combinations of the fight right there from these players, but need to manage some kind of the fight, and they need to go for the second round as well. They had already a one seconder, and if another seconder can also be sent from this team, it would be more interesting for this side. But okay, another side, there is the players who were taking the shots against another team. FC were taken down from the players of the KKR, and they have taken down the another team away from that area, and the 50 points with that margin of that difference. KZ are in the top of the table, and they can be probably going for the finals. Okay, they can probably going for the semi-finals as well, and you never know which team's gonna be leading that area and which team's gonna be having that particular fight in there. Okay, in that stages as well. And teams for now are going for the classes as well. Maybe some shots of the initial damages can be seen from this stage. Here is the slot number 7 who is trying to make some kind of the vision in front of that area, but till now no any kind of the eliminations has been sort of from this team. Okay, in fact 4 of the players are staying live from this stage, but they need to make some kind of division as well. The players from the CK are also being taken down. CK are in the hashtag 2. They are also almost around possible team to get into the finals, but how can they be managing the stage to make that into the final area? But right here in this area, the team from this lot number 24, they are trying to make some kind of the vision right there. But okay, here is the player from the ARG, but ARG, they are being taken down. Now the player has been taken down from this stage, and it is being a greater question, and it is being a greater instance of the fight right there for this team. And slot number 7, they are trying to make some kind of the vision right there, and it is the slot number 18 who are trying to make some kind of the vision right there, and how it can be possible to make some kind of a good synergy of the fight. And okay, they are also still trying to make some kind of the vision right now, but no any kind of vision has been pressed out right in this stage. It is being clustered up in the area of this zone, but how will it be executing the teams? How would it be of greater instance of the fight right there? But okay, the players are being taken down from the CK, and CK are being taken down in this stage. Now the last player is remaining for this team, but the last player is remaining, and how can he be able to handle that area? How can he be able to make that area into the consideration? But no, finally the 1-for-1 esports taking their final form, and 8 eliminations already grabbed out from this area. And okay, already taking that area into that consideration. And here we go, the zone has been shrunken again, and how the zone is taking the way out, and the zone is taking the way out for the teams. And how would it be the possible circle formation for this team as well? It would be a greater question for them to manage these things up and make a good fighting energy as well. Okay, the players are getting into the zone, and they can have some kind of the vision right there, but how can they be able to make some kind of the energies, and they can have a great fighting synergy right there? Maybe all of the teams have a greater fighting scenario, and ALPI Gaming, they also have a great opportunity to get over this area and make themselves qualify into the finals and semi-finals. And a great question arises from here is how the teams would be able to make some kind of a greater move right here. But the players from the TV, and they are also still trying that area, but player from the C3 3CY, he is also trying to make that eliminations as well. And this is gonna be the player who is trying to take that third connection possibly from this area, and it is being showcased from this streaming area, and they are trying to strike away from that player, and he is trying to make some kind of a vision right there in this stage. And how it gonna be possible for these teams, and the top 5 are being selected for the semi-finals, and the KKR, they are also trying to make some kind of the vision right there. Yes, it is. There is the players from the ZVN. They are also in staging towards that area, but the players from the 3CY, they are also interested to make some kind of the vision that can be possibly entered into that area. Okay, right there, GVN is also GNB. Gantavya was right there, and how can they be able to possible make that fight initially possible? But here we go. The teams from 3CY, they need to handle the multiple angle of the fight, and how the multiple angle of the fight can be managed from this area would also be a majority of the questions difference right there. And the slot number 19, they are also still trying to make some kind of the fighting vision. If you talk about any kind of the fighting scenario, that would be a great option for them as well. Obviously you're gonna have some make a look over these teams and how they need to make some kind of the vision, and if they can have some kind of the good vision right there. Okay, YuGo Gaming is right there. In fact, as well, there is the players taking that tap shot, but with that single shot connection, no any kind of the visions has been created for now, and it is being a great destination and the journey for this team as well. And okay, there is this lot number 19. They are also trying to take that eliminations as well, but the players from the GVN who are also interested to make some kind of the fights right there, they are also interested in it, and how they can make up into this fight as well is also the majority of the questions that can be arise. But they are able to hold out the teams who are moving towards that area, but how can they be able to manage that fight as well will be a greater question. And here is the player who is trying to make that elimination count possible. There is a slot number 19 who is trying to take that eliminations as well, and if the eliminations would be a greater instance of the fight, maybe some kind of the elimination can be converted and some kind of that area can be gathered out and they can have a greater control over that. But talking about the zone, KKR is having a proper shift of the zone, and KKR, they can take that fight into their consideration and they can fight into a greater instances of those area. But how this team would be able to make that elimination count possible? And there we go, the slot number 23, they are still trying to make some kind of the vision right there, but the players from the KKR is still there trying to collect some kind of the looting scenario. But the team from the slot number 7, they are still trying to get kind of a scenario from this area as well. And the slot number 7, they are stepping ahead towards the zone, but there is the player from the KG, they are trying to eliminate the players right there. But team from the KG Esports, they are still trying for that level west area to make that #1 position secure and maintaining their proper lead connections as well. And KZ is for now, Avila is right there, 2 eliminations already collected from this particular solo player as well. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Please don't hesitate for that as well. Yeah, I was talking about this, and there is the player from the 3CY being spotted by another player of that area, but how it would be a great opportunity for them as well is also the question that can be raised. And the players are still trying to move away from that area, but how can they be able to possible? That can also be a question right here. And slot number 7, he is also trying for that area as well, and kind of a scenario is being generated from this team as well. And the team 141, they are trying to make some fight against this team, but there we go, the vehicle approach, and that gonna be making some kind of the hamper for this team. Spaceboy gonna be taken down as well, and the last player is remaining for this team, and this team have to make kind of a battle right there. But no, another team, another player being taken down, and it is being heated up from this stage. And now it is the only the 10 team count, and 10 team counting and counting. And how would they be going forward for the good elimination count? There is the players from the team number 7, they are trying to heat up some kind of the troubles as well. Will that troubles get into that connection? Also a question that can be raised. But here is the players from the KG, they are also still trying to make that connection possible, but he also got that fire, and he instantly realized that he need to go backside and he need to connect that possible shot into their connections. And there we go, the players are still trying to make that connections possible, and how they gonna manage these things. Okay. There is the players from the KG as well, but no, they are not trying that level base to make their connections possible. But here is the player from the KZ. They have already grabbed out the 6 eliminations, and 6 eliminations is not a bad number for them. They can still go for the more often, but there we go. The players from this lot number 13, they are still trying to make some kind of the vision over that player, but here is the players who is the KZ Cup. Okay, KZ players and KG players, they are still trying to get that elimination count, but how would it be playing a role into this area would also matter into this context, but how it would be a greater instances of the fight right here, and all of the teams are probably into that area of these context. But here we go, the players from the Zenith Esports, they are already taking that 5 elimination. Now 5 elimination, how would they be able to make into that first position? The KKR is also in that area already. It is the 7 teams remaining, and 7 teams would have to go for the great context of that fight. And there we go, then the team is fighting back right there, and the team from the KZ trying to take that shot against the 3CYE Esports, and they are being taken down as well. And now it is being greater. Okay, there we go. Another team, another player has been taken down. Now it is being the contestant and the scenario of this area, and the KZ Ovula is right there. And how can they be able to make that fight connections possible? Here is the players from the KZ. They are still trying to make some kind of the possible circle formation right there, and KZ Ovula is having some kind of the eliminations as well. 14 and of slot number 14, and already a kind of the 11 eliminations has been grabbed out. Now they have to move on for that eliminations. Only the 4 teams are remaining for now, and the 4 teams and almost around all of the teams have a greater possibility and the potential to make that fight possible as well. There is a player from the 1-4-1, and that was a great shot connection, and that connection would have a great instance as well, and what would be a greater match. And it is the last match, and the match number 4 is going on right now. And how would it be going forward for that area would be also a great instance of that fight. 1-4-1 Esports is still trying to make this fight connections possible, but how would it be going forward? Okay, for now it is not trying to get that elimination count. 1-4-1 Esports, they are still trying. Cyrus is the man who is trying to get that eliminations for now. And how would it be going forward? Okay, it is being showcased from this area, but the players from the KZ, they are also being taken down. We can see that in that map feed, Bane. Okay, there is the player from the slot number 14. They are that potential loss and that potential damages that can be beared up from this stage, but the only 2 teams are remaining, and they have that proper idea and that concrete solution for that. And there we go, another player being taken down. Now the last player has to make that fight against that, and the Cyrus is straying away and is straight contesting over that player in the last stage. Now the player have to move into that area, and it is going to be the winner chicken dinner for the 1-4-1 Esports, and another chicken dinner. It is going to be a great instance of that fight, and it is a great match. Overall, it is considered as a great match for this team. And there we go, a great chicken dinner for this team, and a great moment and a great synergy building up from that area. And there we go, you guys can see your results from this area, and you can support your team as well. And we are already in of the matches of the quarterfinals of the Group C. We will be having the match of the Group D tomorrow, and you guys can join to our YouTube channel as like today. You can share your experiences, and almost around every teams are being played a great match as well. We'll be going for the short break, and we'll be right back after a short commentary break, and for that you guys have to stay tuned. Okay, guys, back again. We are back again with the overall standings and all of your statistics wise, all the results and all. And today it is been a great matches from all of these teams, and especially #5. These teams are playing a great and the massive matches, and they have a quite unregressive type of the games has been taken up from these teams, and it is the KZ Sports who have taken the 66 points, and they have successfully qualified for the final, okay, semi-finals as well, and they have the opportunity to make into the finals as well. But the 141 officials, with that 1 point difference, they have made into the #2, and it is not that bad as well, and it is being wonderful game and incredible performance by them as well. Only the two players were remaining in the last stages, but they were carrying and leading up their teams and making that possible fight connections and those eliminations and a greater instances of the fight. But the two chicken dinner from these teams has also been an incredible job for them, and CK Esports with that 40 points. Here were the KKR Killer Crew was there from the Nepal who took that 38 points, and here is the 300 ARAGVELI who took that 30 points, and a great and a massive okay point from them as well. But the other rest of the teams and the rest of the players need to focus on their gameplay as well. Now they need to improve and they need to make their and work out on themselves. And many congratulations to the top 5 teams, and we're gonna make some look over the other teams as well, and many congratulations as well as all the best for them as well, because they converted their group stages journey to the quarterfinals, and they made up a great and the aggressive moments. And some of the teams, they have not a greater form today, but they will obviously be doing better in the coming days. And with that expectation, maybe these teams would have a greater match in the coming days. And with that, we will be ending our live stream today, and many best of luck, and they may improve their gameplay in the coming days. And by saying this much, we will be coming with the tomorrow's match and the last group. It is going to be the group D, and don't forget to join our official YouTube channel by subscribing us, and you can join to our Discord channel as well. And today I'm gonna end this live stream. It is me, your host Silas Cast, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Keep staying tuned. Bye bye guys. Keep liking, keep supporting us.